Hi folks, welcome to my gun room. This is Larry Sills. I'm the duck master on the old Iowa Outdoors. I want to make this quick. Want to kind of talk a little bit about howling, since there's been so much interest in it lately, and especially for the young gentleman that just got his first coyote down in Flint Hills. I want to do this for you so that you can go down and do a little bit better locating. Because really, with that wide open area down there, that's really the way to do it, is to go out and do some howling and find out where they are. It just saves you a lot of time, a lot of effort, puts a lot more coyotes in the bag at the end of the day. With that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the call. I recommend to most people to go out and get yourself a Dan Thompson howler. You can either get them. Well, this was given to me by Dan many years ago. It's a pretty fancy one. I'll get into that real quick here. Bird's eye maple, Dan hand tuned the whole thing. The problem is I wore out the reed on it because I just don't use this part anymore. But it sure is a momentum piece, and I'd like to thank Dan for that. Anyway, getting on to the howlers. As I said, I'd go out and get myself a Dan Thompson mouthpiece. They're very good, and the reason they're very good for the beginners is basically two reasons. One, they have a real nice long tone board, and for you guys that don't build calls, this whole area right here is the tone board. It's what creates the sound. That vibration then regurgitates itself back down through your teeth and through your bones, and eventually comes out this little hole over here. So there's a lot of technical terms for it. I'm not going to get into them. I know them, but I'm not going to get into them. The other thing is, if you notice next to the tone board, there's a very small channel right here, and smaller channels allow for less air to go through with the same amount of harmonics. Okay, unlike my favorite, and this really is a great call, a Bill Austin howler. This is Bill Austin's howler, and if you notice, it's very big on the reed here. The tone board itself has a very long channel going through it. I mean, a very deep channel, and it's very wide. This call takes a lot of air to blow. If you're not an experienced caller, you don't know how to regulate your air from your diaphragm like some of us old-time duck callers were taught, it's just not a call for you. I'll hold them up side by side here, and you can see the difference between the two of them. So keep in mind when you're buying your calls, you don't have to get a Dan Thompson for a howler. Just about any call will work. Even, as I mentioned in my seminar, even a duck call insert works well. But get yourself something that's narrow, has a very small opening in the tone board area of it, and you'll be a lot better off. Also, get yourself one that has a long length here on the tone board. Length is important because it's the old do re mi that I want to talk to people about, and I want to teach people to do when they're practicing. Practice do re mi. I mean, folks, this is a musical instrument. Use it as such. Okay, second thing I'm going to talk about is what I consider the second most important piece to any call, and that's this. This is a nut rubber for castrating sheep. You can buy them at any of the stores out there that sell farm supplies. Tyson's have them, Blaine's Farm and Fleet have them, some of the co-ops even have them. So go get yourself a bag full of these and keep them handy. I mean, they're not good for anything else other than castrating sheep or making a real nice holder for these calls here. And not a holder to hang around your neck, but a holder to put it in your mouth. Takes a little bit to get them on. I'll put this one down. I've already got one on this call here. And here's what I do. I just leave a little tiny gap right there, and I put my teeth on it. It'll stay there forever. I can talk. I can walk around. I don't have to worry about the call freezing up. I don't have to worry about any of those things. When I see a coyote coming in, then I can quickly spit the call out, let go of it, just drop it into my hand. There's no motion at all, and I can go on lip squeaking with very little motion. So go ahead and put yourself some of these rubber bands on there. They work great. They're, you know, a lot of people use them for controlling the sound, but I think that's worthless. You can control all the sound you want with your teeth once you get to know how to manipulate the call. Okay, now getting on with the calls. I'm going to be very quick about this. In Iowa, I've learned you only need 2 types of calls for howling or for sounding like a coyote. One is, I call it the grouping howl, hey, come over here, I'm your friend howl, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think these guys get too technicals with these terms, but once you know what the howl sounds like, you'll know what it means, and that's the important thing. So for all intents and purposes, call it what you want: interrogation howl, grouping howl, whatever. It sounds like this, and you only need to blow 3 or 4 times, okay? And here's how you do it. I place my teeth right here on the call, and I work them backwards till about this point here where the reed breaks to full width. Once I feel that, I stop, and that's my tone. If I go any deeper than that, it's a big male howl. I try to stay away from a male howl unless I know there's a male howl out there chewing on some deer or whatever, and he's responded back, and then I'll let him have it with some challenge barks and some challenge calls. But unless I know there's a big male, I don't want to scare everything else away, so I'll stick with a female or a pup howl. Female howl is about right here on the particular reed, and a little tiny pup howl is here. Same thing with the ki-eyes and stuff, but I won't get into ki-eyes here. Okay, I'm going to do a grouping howl or interrogation howl for you right now, and it's going to consist of just 4 howls, and that's it. It's fairly easy to do. Put the call in your mouth, hold it with your feet like so. Basically it. Now you notice at the end I cut those notes off very quickly. That wah sound, that wah sound. Anytime you call a wild animal, I don't care if it's ducks, bobcats, lions, distress calls, doesn't matter. You need to cut those notes off very sharply, very quick. That's what you don't want to get into that. So, and along with the female interrogation howl, you run out of breath. Doesn't sound unnatural that way. So that's basically the interrogation howl, just 4 long howls like that. Now what do you do next? Well, that's a trick. What you do next is this: you wait. You wait 2-3 minutes at least to see what's going to happen. It's going to take that long for this sound to get back from the coyotes that are out.